Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to the weekly Monday Motivation Podcast, No More Excuses. I am your host, Sandy Ballard, the Badass Business Coach. Thanks again for being here, for listening, for sharing the podcast with others. And as always, if you're new here, message me. Who are you? Where are you listening from? What country, what city, what state? All that good stuff. Love to hear from you. And I'll give you a shout out. So, yes, I will. Those of you who have given a shout out to, you know I do that. So, love to hear from you. Appreciate it. And, well, last Monday's podcast was about focusing on priorities to give you the opportunity to make progress on your goals and feel free because of things that are off your to-do list. And also making sure that, you really expect to do great things before you even try, right? We can't just try to start doing shit without really expecting to achieve those goals, and we all want more time. So by getting that stuff off your list, that's not a good use of your time, you'll end up finding not just more time, but more of the right time. And because it's fresh in my mind, I talk about this in chapter 2 of my upcoming book, Leverage. I'm very excited as it's so close to being published and ready for you to read. So make sure you listen up or email me, sandy@sandyballard.com. Remember, Sandy with an I. Why? Because my mom was a pain in the ass. She wanted my name to be a pain in the ass. So anyway, email me if you want a copy of it, and I'll get you signed up for the special pre-launch pricing. So, all right. Yes, and making sure, like I said, you're finding the right kind of, or you're doing the right kind of things in the right time, because you can't just, it's not just about finding time or somehow magically creating more time in the day. It's about what you do with it. Although, if you've listened to me for a while, you know that I love the quote-unquote found time. That's when a meeting cancels or something happens, and all of a sudden you're sitting there with extra hours. You go to your found time list, the stuff that's not getting done, and you do it. It's fantastic. I love it. It's not always fun to have a meeting cancel, but shit just happens, right? Yes. So in last Thursday's social media post, I shared a quote by Dr. Seuss, and I wasn't sure if it was really appropriate, but now I'm like, you know what? It's appropriate because it's tying into this week. The more you read, the quote is, the more you read, the more things you will learn. The more that you learn, the more places you will go. And I liked that as a transition from all the reviewing we've been doing, the last few weeks of looking at the who and what and all that's around you. Now you have time and the right mindset to think about the future. And as we're looking at the last few months of the year, where do you want to go? How far can you go? How much can you achieve? What are you willing to do to make sure that you achieve more? What can you leverage? Whose other superpowers can you leverage to make sure that you do? Yes, and how can you dig deeper so you have the strength to leverage shit and finish the year strong? Yes, I went there already, talking about the finishing the year strong crap, right? Well, I want to talk about it because I want you to be prepared. Preparation is a great way to ensure your success, all right? What more can you read? What more can you learn? Where else could you go, right? What else can you do? I personally want to do a lot more. I'm not just publishing this 4th book because it's off my to-do list and calling it done, right? There's a lot more I want to do, a lot more I have to do around the book. I want to learn more, and I definitely want to do more and to go to more places. But to get more, I need to become more, and I need to give more. Give more of myself, my time, my superpowers, right? And what could be so wrong with achieving your goals sooner? But would you just stop? Does that mean status quo? That's good enough? What would be wrong to wanting to achieve more? It is not selfish to want more. And, sometimes our goals are a bit aggressive and take longer to achieve. And sometimes they're easier ones and we conquer them quicker. And other times we just literally have our shit together. The stars were aligned. Everyone that you had as part of the plan did what they needed to do, and it just worked. You were able to find more time, leverage your abilities and other things, and they just all seem to fall into place. I mean, it'd be freaking amazing if that happened every time, wouldn't it? But you know that time when everyone you're like, wow, that just went smoothly and it went fast and it felt great. And we all wish we could bottle that, but it doesn't happen every time. It's just life, right? As I mentioned earlier, preparation is a great way to ensure your success. If you want more, you're going to have to give more for sure. The comfort zone is for people who are just okay with status quo. And maybe you're thinking, Sandy, I love my life. I have shit tons of money. My family's awesome. My professional life is doing great. And I'm going to reply back and say, I'm excited for you. And, you know, share with the world how, right? But also, I want to warn those of you who feel that way to make sure you're prepared for when shit goes sideways. I mean, I'm not everything. I don't want everything to fall apart and lose everything. But at some point, challenging the status quo will be necessary to live life to your fullest and to succeed, to dig deeper and achieve more. So, and if you didn't want to achieve anymore, you probably wouldn't be listening to this podcast, right? So today, I want you to think about where you are and where you want to go. And don't forget to follow me on social media, Badass Business Coach, or search for me by name. I want you to continue to build upon the success you've already had, right? And let's see how far we can go. So direct message me, email me, sandy@sandyballard.com if you want help figuring out what to do next to achieve your goals, to finish strong, to make sure you can recover quickly if and when shit goes sideways, right? Trust me, investing in yourself, and I'm confident you will feel the same, and I'm sure by listening to this, you're investing in yourself. So I'm confident you understand that investing in yourself is worth it because you are worth it. So just because you feel like you're doing all right doesn't mean you can't invest in yourself a little bit. But if you're really not sure about what to do, contact me. Let's schedule a session. All right? I want to look forward to helping you do more, be more, and achieve more. Have a great week. Cheers.